Phil's Propane Triple Crown Series. Looking for the green as they get ready to roll off of turn number 4. Paul Williams in the 13, Dave Gagaro in the number 9. Those are your top 2 cars. Up on the throttle they come. We're underway, sportsman style here at the Seekonk Speedway.
Green flag as the cars thunder through turns 1 and 2. It's Paul Williams out to the early lead. Dave Gagaro Jr. on that outside lane, but Chris Gomes thundering down low for second place. He'll battle alongside Gagaro as they cross the stripe. Into one, side by sides, Gomes and Gagaro.
Paul Williams sets the pace down the back straightaway as they stack up side by side behind him. The 9 of Gagaro backsliding just a little bit with the 0 right there of Baxter. Action drops to the bottom. Battle for the lead down into turn number 1. The 10 of Gomes down to the inside, takes over the top spot down the backstretch.
Paul Williams stuck on that outside lane now as it's Chad Baxter on the inside fighting for second. He'll take that position and looking underneath Chris Gomes. Gomes shuts the door. They're bumper to bumper now as they head through 1 and 2.
Off of turn number 2, Chad Baxter looking to become the 3rd leader of this event. Takes a look down at the inside of the one dime down. Route 6 Auto Mall Kia machine trying to get the RLS performance at the top of the leaderboard. Can't get the move there as Axon and Perry sit 3rd and 4th off of turn number 2.
31 laps to go for the South Coast Power Equipment Sportsman Division here. A total of 35 green flag laps. Chris Gomes battles alongside Chad Baxter as they head across the stripe into 1. Baxter holding that out inside lane as Gomes holding tough on the outside as they head down the backstretch.
Williams caught up 3 wide deep in the pack as Gagaro gets kicked up to the outside lane, but up front, Baxter to the top of the leaderboard. The 04 is up to second. Trouble over turn number 4. The 13 of Williams trying to hang on. He and the 74 make contact down into turns 1 and 2, and we stay green.
Scott Bruno's going to lose it coming out of turn number 2. He was trying to hold on to that as he went through 1 and 2.
35 remaining, and Chad Baxter will bring the field down with Steve Axon, the Axeman, up on the outside of the front row. Looking for the green off of turn number 4. Up on the throttle, and Axon hole shots down the front straightaway. Looks for the lead down into turn number 1.
Steve Axon with a great run on that outside lane. He'll take the lead as they head through 3 and 4. Baxter won't let it go too easily all over that rear bumper as they exit turn number 4. And here comes Chris Gomes in 3rd.
Gomes trying to hang on to the number 3 spot with Perry up top as they come off of turn number 2. The 4 of Craig Pianca, Captain Fun, working that bottom lane. The 57 of Adam Petty, the 43 of Smokin' Joe Cola racing side by side. Then you got Mike Brightman, the 21 of Kyle Casper, the 7 of Tyler Lallier, the 3 of Ant Kohler, all battling for position. And look at Captain Fun down on the inside, 3 wide through the corner.
Pianca battling on the inside lane. He'll take 3rd. Chris Gomes a little loose as he exits the corner. He's able to hold on, but not in time for Adam Petty. Petty on the inside lane. He'll get underneath Gomes as they head down the backstretch into turn number 3. Petty with the edge.
Petty in that blue and yellow number 57 started 13th on the field and has been able to work himself up through the pack. Brightman gets around down to turn number 1.
Gomes and Perry in row number 3 as they head down the backstretch. Side by side, they'll approach the restart box here. It's Axon to start it off. He gets a great start. Green flag in the air. Axon with the edge into turn number 1. Here comes Baxter on that outside lane.
Down off of turn number 2, and Axon takes over the top spot. And they're 3 wide in the middle of the pack as Jay Steele and Scott Bruno split Paul Williams in the 13. Up front right now, the battle is for the number 2 spot with Craig Pianca. Captain Fun in that black number 4 working that inside lane, takes a spot away. The 0 of Baxter trying to hang on to the outside as Adam Petty works that bottom lane in the blue and yellow 57.
Petty makes a nice move. He'll take over 3rd position and fall in line as the top 7 are single file as they head down the backstretch. Steve Axon back off front continues to lead as they head through 3 and 4. He'll chuck another lap lead off the board as he fights off Craig Pianca.
Baxter knocking on the back door for that number 3 position, trying to take a peek down to the inside, gives Petty a shot off the corner. Meanwhile, right behind them, battle for the 5th spot as the 21 of Casper gets a run in down on the inside. The 10 of Gomes gets caught up top. Here comes Kohler with Arsenault and Lallier in tow.
Top 4 cars starting to break away from the field. It's Axon, Pianka, Petty, and Baxter as they are nose to tail through the straightaway here. Crossing another lap off the board, 20 laps to go. Pianka all over that rear bumper of Axon as they head down the backstretch.
Pianka down to the inside, little bit of contact. The 04 settles it back in. Steve Axon, the former sportsman champion, leading the charge with 19 laps remaining in this one. Here comes Pianka back down low. They race down into 3, nose to tail, hard on the bumper into the corner.
Pianka gets all over that rear bumper as they exit turn number 4. Axon with a nice run out of the corner into turn number 1, but Pianka staying right with him, not letting him get away whatsoever as they head down the backstretch. Pianka's been strong with his entry into 3. He is again. Little bump there to Axon as they exit turn number 4, but he leads another lap.
Down into 1 and 2. Petty sitting in the number 3 spot as Pianka gets loose in the corner. Petty trying to take advantage. Gets the nose up underneath as Pianka's got to fight the handles. Gathers it back in. Petty down to the inside. Battle for second off of turn number 4. That blue and yellow 57 working the bottom lane. Pianka trying to hang on up top.
Side by side they go out of turn number 2. Down the backstretch, Petty holding strong on that inside lane, not letting Pianka get back down to take the position. Petty with a nice run out of turn number 4, across the stripe and into 1. He will take second.
Pianka shuts the door on Chad Baxter, and as Baxter tries to hold on, here comes Kohler in the mix. The 3 down to the bottom of Baxter, looking for a 4th place run. They come off of 4, dirt tracking it across the stripe. Give it to Ant Kohler.
Ant Kohler did a great job earlier getting by Kyle Casper. Now he gets by Chad Baxter up into that 4th position. 14 laps. Can he close in on Craig Pianka for 3rd as Pianka's been all over the rear bumper of Petty for 2nd.
They go nose to tail across the stripe, hot and heavy for that number 2 position, while Kohler in that black number 3 closes the door little by little on that 3rd spot. A dozen laps remain as they cross the stripe right now. Steve Axon sets the pace. A 4-car length advantage over Adam Petty. Petty's got a mirror full of fun. That's Captain Fun in the number 4, Craig Pianka, and the 3 right behind him.
And Kohler started 17th on the grid. He's all the way up to 4th, and he's challenging Craig Pianka as they head through 1 and 2. Goes a little bit outside and then dips down to the inside as he exits the corner, and it's been working for him so far. But Craig Pianka is not letting that bother him. He's all over the rear bumper of the 57 of Petty as they head across the stripe one more time.
10 remaining, that time across the stripe, and the field stringing itself out around the 3rd mile here at Seekonk. The 04 of Steve Axon in control. A 4-car length advantage over the 57 of Dean Petty. The 4 of Pianka knocking on the door. Here comes Kohler down to the inside. The black number 3 looking for the 3rd spot. He's on the podium as they come off of 2.
Kohler with a great job getting underneath Pianka. Pianka falls to the outside lane. Baxter looks to get a nose in for 4th. Little contact there. Baxter forces his way in underneath the 4 of Pianka as they head through 1 and 2, battling for 4th.
Trouble for Pianka and the 0 of Baxter as they go 4 wide down the backstretch, gathering it back in. The 21 of Casper says, I'll take that open lane. He's up to 5th now.
What a battle for 5th through 8th as they're side by side. Lallier down on the inside here, a little further back in the pack of Sparky Arsenal. They're side by side as they head down into 3. Lallier looking inside, Arsenal hanging top on that outside lane though, not giving in.
Lallier down low, Arsenal up on the outside as they race down into turns 1 and 2. That's the battle for 6th on the grid. Behind them, Paul Lallier in 8th, Chad Baxter in 9th. The 74 of Scott Bruno trying to hang on in 10th. They come down across the stripe. Lallier and Arsenal still battling for 6th for the very first time. Anthony Kohler sitting 3rd. Kyle Casper trying to make it back-to-back in the number 21 with Craig Pianka rounding out the top 5. Tim Bolduc looking the field over. They hit the box. Axon hits the throttle. Green flag in the air. We're back underway, and Axon gets the jump down into turn number 1.
Petty also gets a good jump as he hops into 2nd. Bumper tag there as they exit the corner. Pat Petty all over the rear bumper of Axon as they head through 3 and 4. Here comes Kyle Casper on the outside as he flies into 3rd place, holding that outside lane across the stripe.
Kyle Casper started 18th on the field and is rocking the outside lane like it's a Metallica concert. down into 3 and 4, looking for the lead off the corner, gets a little bit loose. Action sets a pace, but the battle is for second.
Adam Petty holding strong on that inside lane, as is Casper on the outside. He started 4th on the restart, gets to that outside lane and rockets down around the corner. He's holding on to second place now. Petty gets the edge as they cross the stripe. Here comes Pianka fighting tough on the bottom.
1 mile remaining in this one, and Action in control. The battle is for second on back. Petty down on the inside. Casper up top. Here comes Pianka back into the fun. 2 laps to go. Anybody's race off of 4.
2 to go, and it's Steve Axon breaking away from the rest of the pack. Hit his marks, and he could be coming home with a checkered flag through 3 and 4. Axon looks up. He'll see the white flag. 1 to go, and there's a car in the grass. That's Justin Travis. Sideways, burning through the grass. He saves it. We're staying green. Axon still leads up front.
Trouble for Adam Petty in the 57. He is off the pace, puts Casper in second. They come off of 4. Checkered is in the air, and Steve Axon wins round 1 of the Phil's Propane Triple Crown Series. Kyle Casper in for second, Tyler Lally a third, 4th will go to the... Tyler, man, that looked like a fun run through the pack.
Yeah, it's tough coming from the back every week, but you know, you got to do what you can do, and we don't have a lot of laps, and I try to run as clean as I can, but man, that race was a little crazy. Yeah.
A good run, started in the middle, was able to bring it home in that number 3 spot. I know you got some people to thank.
Yeah, first off, I got to thank Phil's throwing this Triple Crown event. You know, without him, you wouldn't be able to do this. This is a great Triple Crown we get to run for. But I got to thank my dad. I got to thank my stepmother Lori, my mom, my dad. I already said my dad. Jesus.
Yeah, he's worth mentioning twice.
He is. I got to thank my sponsors: Johnson's Racing Engines, Reinbold Insurance, J&S Auto Repair, Depco Enterprises, Victory Wraps and Graphics, of course, Charlie at Chaz's Auto Body. And yeah, sorry guys, I'm a little tired from that one.
Everybody was slipping and sliding a lot, but I couldn't ask for a better car. I mean, we came from 8th up to 2nd, had a shot at the win. Can't ask for more. Put on a good show, side-by-side racing at the end. So we're here
working hard in the pits.
Yeah, first of all, I thank Rich Helga, Phil's Propane for sponsoring the Triple Crown, Rich Helga for sponsoring the Power 5, but also State Line Tree Works, Power Owner Rich Carson, Paquin Insurance, Greg Paquin, Sanford Sun Auto Parts, Brian Sanford, Bay State Sewage Disposal, my crew, my wife, Kyle Souza, Robbie Murray for helping us with setup, and everyone else that comes to the races every week and comes out. Great crowd tonight. And
last time out, not so good. Right where you wanted to be.
Yeah, last time I took the side off the car and I went back in the pits. The only one here was my dad. I told him don't run. And then I went to the back of the pits, and they said, oh, you still have 4 tires. I go, well, I'll go back out there. So then I got back out there, but they don't want you pitting in the back because of safety, so no problem. But I just talked to Timmy, and I said, Timmy, did you put me on number 40? Because I'm the 04. So last week they were black flagging me for 3 laps as the 40, not the 04, so that's why I didn't pull off.
That's okay. A good run. You had some good challenges for that lead, especially after that last restart.
Yeah, with 6 to go, wearing old tires, I was like, oh man, I'm surrounded by fast cars. The 57, he was trying to rough me up a little bit. I don't blame him. You know, I'd run me rough too. But I figured he would have tried to dive in, you know, give me a shot in the rear end to get me a little loose, then get around me or something. But yeah, it was a fun night. I got to thank Phil's Propane, Helga's South Coast Equipment, my sponsors, M&M Home Improvement, Southeastern Hardwood Floors, F&H Machine Shop, Burke's Heavy Metal Welding, and it was fun tonight. So hopefully we'll keep racing. This is like the 3 races in a row, so this is probably the longest I've raced in 3 years.
So does that mean we're going to see you regularly this year?
I don't know about regularly, but hopefully more so than what you have in the last 3 years.